dumbest thing I ever did?
Buy a truck. Okay, I got a good one. I was up for a couple days driving. This was paper log days, and was just exhausted when I went to bed. Jumped in the back, never locked my doors, went to sleep, woke up, reached down to grab for my pants. They weren't there. Opened the curtain, looked up. They were sitting in front of the seat, and I thought, holy mackerel, was I just that tired that I didn't remember? So I put my pants on, go walk in the truck stop, get some breakfast. I got no money. I'm like, my wallet. I said, well, my wallet. I told Leia, I'll be right back. I said, my stuff must have fell out in the truck. I tear my truck apart looking for my wallet, my money. Everything's gone. Somebody had opened my door, reached around the corner, and grabbed my jeans. I was so tired I never heard it, and took my wallet, all my money. And so I called dispatch, and they gave me a comm check, put some money in my pocket. And so I came home, had to get new credit cards, new driver's license, new everything. Lock your door. Just lock your doors. My dad told me, he says, I ever catch your truck door not being locked, he goes, I will kill you myself. He goes, you do not realize somebody could have jumped in there and sliced your throat. He's like, that was a dumb move on your part. And so I had slept a couple times on the side of the road, and my dad knew where I was at, so he'd come by and try to open my door. He's like, good thing that door was locked. Well, I still see it to this day, people driving too fast over road conditions. I had a car come through the median right at me head on. How I missed it to this day, I don't know how I didn't hit it head on with a woman and two kids in the car. I mean, I just barely missed it. And they went sailing off into the ditch into a snowbank, and I stopped and made sure they were okay and waited till the cops got there. But I mean, that was the scariest thing I've ever seen. I'd have to say my biggest mistake was probably going to the oil field, and Travis knows all about that. Don't ever fall for quick money. Trucking is a marathon, not a sprint, as much as I hate that saying, as everybody says, but that's just, it's the truth. You won't be a millionaire at it, but you sure can make a good living at it and have a good life. No, I was up there for 3 weeks and turned around and went to Oklahoma and made it down there for a while until a guy stiffed me for about $150,000 and never paid me. About broke me. Travis saved me. So,
okay.
Yeah. So,
What Travis did?
gave me some good sound advice, got me hooked up with some right people around town, and saved me before everything went terribly south. They acted very quickly at the bank and got me financed in new trucks. I let my other trucks go back to the auction because I had oil field trucks and they weren't no good to be on the road. And I mean, Trav gave me a lot of good advice and financial advice, and that's again another reason why I trust him about stuff. When I go to him when I have a problem, or hey, what do you think about this or that? Taking advice from people that you trust. That's the thing. But I mean, he's a stand-up guy. T Brothers is a stand-up place. I mean, it's good to go to a place where it's all owner operators, because there's no favorites played. Because if you're at a company and they have company trucks, the company trucks are always going to come first. You got to remember that. And when you're with T Brothers, they're strictly owner operators, so that there's no favorites. It's whoever gets unloaded first gets loaded first. So, which is to me, that's always the way it should be. Mind what you're doing. Look at what you're doing, and don't worry about what everybody else is doing. Because you'll worry yourself to death worrying about what everybody else is doing. Worry about yourself and figure out what works for you. And that's, as long as I've stayed true to that, it's always worked out for me in the long run. It's when I get worried about what everybody else is doing and why I don't have a piece of that is where you get into trouble. My advice on a business relationship is my business relationships are the people that I go to advice for. I mean, if I'm not sure about something, or I want to just get the feelers out of, hey, what's coming down the pipe? What do you see? That's about the business relationship is getting the right advice too. I mean, and being around the right people that are honest with you and upfront with you. The more somebody has an open door policy, I feel the better you can trust somebody. T Brothers has made me successful.